Hi everybody, it's Jennifer. I had 3 doctor appointments yesterday. My regular physician, dietitian, and physical therapy. I was going to make a video yesterday, but we had very bad weather and our roads like totally flooded over and everything else. So yeah. I lost 5 pounds this month already, which takes me to a total of 9 pounds. Whoopie-doo, but I guess it all adds up in the end. I've had some complications from my EGD. That was on the 8th of July, and for the past week I haven't been able to keep anything in my system, so except for liquids. So basically for the last week I've been living on liquids, and finally yesterday I was able to keep some food in, so hopefully we're getting back on track again. And yeah, my physician had told me that the EGD probably just bruised the insides of my stomach and chest area because I was so tense because of no anesthesia. So he said that it's probably normal, but you know, whatever. I do have an appointment on the 28th of July in Duluth, Minnesota. They're going to be testing me for pain meds that I can have for after surgery. I think they're testing for 3, and then he also said that he'd test for anesthesia. So yeah, so that's a good thing. Hopefully one of them will work so I can actually have the surgery. If anybody knows how they test for that kind of stuff, please let me know, because it's kind of freaking me out. You know, are they gonna stick an IV in me and stick the, you know, morphine or Dilaudid into my system and hope that it doesn't stop my heart again, or what? Yeah, I'm sure they'll have Narcan on hand, but still, it's kind of freaky. Also, I talked to my doctor about an inhaler, because the cotton is really bad here right now, and I live by the Mississippi River, so it's kind of all floating upwards. So I got a Pro Air inhaler, which I hope will help a lot, because when the cotton is flying I'm not able to walk outside because I just start wheezing, and yeah, it's not very good. Yeah. I see my regular physician again on the 11th, I believe, of August, and that'll be my last 3, that would be my 3-month supervised medical diet, and then I'll be able to talk to the surgeon and stuff. I had my dietary appointment next, and she had me writing in this food journal type thing, and I'll just open up to a blank page here, where I log my breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner, and then it has the exercises, relax, and the water. She took a look at my book and said that she doesn't need to see me again. So that's a good thing. They require 2 to 3 visits before, you know, I'm able to go on with the process. So I've done my 2, and she said that I'm good enough and I don't have to see her again. She did put me on a diet, which is not that big of a deal. It's what I've kind of been doing anyway. It's a carb counting diet, and she gave me this sheet here of just some basic, you know, like bagels and how much I can eat, and fruit and milk and yogurt and that kind of stuff. She really doesn't want me to have milk because they don't really want you to have it after surgery, because yeah, I guess they want you to eat your nutrition instead of drinking it. So which is kind of understandable. I can't drink milk really anyway. My body tends to like it, but then, you know, I can have one glass and the next glass it'll sour in my stomach, so I'm half lactose intolerant or whatnot. Then for I have to do two food journals for my psychiatrist and for dietary. My psychiatrist told me that I don't have to do it, but I have been doing this. It's mainly a snacking log, which I don't do, except for this week, but I'll get to that a little later. So this is basically what it looks like. You have your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, the time you woke up, your snacks, your water amount, and what exercises you have done today. So yeah, I'm pretty excited that I don't have to see the dietitian again. That just means one less appointment, and I'm cruising along. Then I saw my physical therapy. I'm not very happy with what happened. For one, she was 20 minutes late. She had a bad smirk on her face when I walked in there with her. Yeah, and it got worse from there. The first time I saw them, I had a guy, and they'd given me this exercise book, you know, with different exercises and stuff for muscle toning, because the more you do before surgery, the easier it will be after surgery. There's my cat pedals. And the less chance you have of needing plastic surgery afterwards. So I walked in there, and she had it out for me right at the beginning. I had told her that I hadn't eaten since the 8th, and that my physician said that it was probably normal, and she yelled at me and she's like, "That's too long not to eat." And I'm like, well, nothing will stay down, you know. And I explained that I had no anesthesia for my EGD and stuff, and yeah. She's like, "I don't care, you need to eat." Well, how am I supposed to eat when it's not staying down, you know? Whatever. She took my measurements, which was another thing that she yelled at me for. I'm down 2 inches in my neck, and I gained 2 inches in my hip. Yeah, she's pretty ticked off that I gained those 2 inches in my hips, but whatever. And then we walked out and did the treadmill, and got on the treadmill, and she tugged on my pants, and she goes, "Your pants are all wrong. You need to wear a different kind of pants because these are going to fall off." You know, my stomach's upset. It's hurting. I'm not going to wear a pair of jeans that, you know, are tight. So I had, like, on these sweatpant velvety thingies, and yeah. Then she turned on the treadmill, and this really ticked me off because normally they start on 1 and then keep proceeding up, you know, level 2. This lady started me off right at the bat at 6, and I had a heck of a time catching up to that, and I walked for 4 minutes or so, and she put the pulse thing on my finger, and it was 180. And she yelled at me saying that I'm not working out hard enough because my pulse shouldn't be here at this thing, and I'm 23 years old, and it shouldn't be this way at all. And then we walked back to get my backpack, and she's like, "Well, you can't have surgery, and I'm going to let the people upstairs know because your heart and lungs and pulse are dangerously high," or whatever. And I'm like, screw you, I've been sick. What do you expect, you know? So, yeah. I'm going to make another video. I have some other things to share with you guys. So, give me 1 second.